About a week ago, I was at a golf course early in the morning, and before teeing off, another golfer and I got in a conversation. He asked me, "What do you do for a living?" And I told him that I speak to teens about abstinence. And he gave me a little grin. He said, "Well, I respect that. I don't necessarily agree with what you have to say to them." And I said, "Well, that's strange." I said, "Didn't you say you had a couple little kids?" He said, "Oh, little boy, little girl." And I said, "I'll pretty much predict and guarantee that when your daughter turns about 12 or 13 years old, you'll suddenly have a profound appreciation for the virtue of abstinence in her life." And he chuckled about that, and he reminded him, he said, "When I started dating my wife," he said, "I went over to her house, and her father invited me in the backyard immediately. And we stood in the backyard, and the dad said to me, 'Son, look at my backyard. It's pretty big, isn't it?' Kid said, 'Yeah, it's nice backyard.' And the dad said, 'Son, I want you to pick a plot.' And the son was confused. Pick a plot?" And he said, "Yeah, I want you to pick the place in which I'm going to bury you." And he said, "If you so much as lay a hand on my daughter, if you hurt her in any way, shape, or form, I have no problem hunting you down and burying you in my backyard." And I asked him, so did his strategy work? And the guy said, "Well, I actually did end up marrying his daughter." And so why was this father so protective towards the daughter? There's only one source for that protection, and it's the deep love that he had for her. And for the young man, he shouldn't have seen the dad as a rival, because if he authentically loved that girl, all he would want is to protect her himself from lust and from sin, from anything that could possibly harm her. And if he did that and he had that attitude, then you read in the book of in the Song of Solomon, where the lover says to his beloved, "You have ravished my heart, my sister and my bride." If we're going to be able to authentically love women as guys, we first have to be able to see them as our sisters in humanity before we see them as an object of temptation or anything else. And if we're able to have that transformation of our heart, then on our own wedding days, we'll be able to look at our brides and say, "You have ravished my heart, my sister, my bride." Our desires, our attractions won't be taken away. They'll be perfected. And so stay strong and pure and be assured of my prayers.